Today we're going to talk a little bit about filing Form 5500, specifically Form 5500EZ. Now, 5500EZ is the IRS and Department of Labor filing requirement for single member, that's one participant plans, that have assets greater than $250,000. Anything below that, they are not required to file the Form 5500EZ. Anything above that, they're going to fall under the filing requirements. One thing that's very important to note is that when you combine retirement plans, and this is significant if you've got a cash balance plan along with the solo 401k, if you combine that, the requirements say that if the combination of the plans exceeds $250,000, you'll have to file a 5500EZ for each of the plans. And so often we see that slip through the cracks. For example, you might find someone who has $150,000 in a cash balance plan and $110,000 in a 401k. The combined amounts are $260,000. They're beyond the $250,000 limits. They're going to have to file Form 5500EZ for each plan, okay? Very critical to understand. In addition to that, when you have a cash balance plan, you have to have a sign-off by an actuary, and an actuary is going to do what's called a Form SB. Form SB, though, is not going to be filed with your 5500EZ. You're going to keep that for your own records in case you ever get audited or have any questions from the IRS or the Department of Labor. You want to make sure you have that on file, but it is not filed with your 5500EZ. And 5500EZs are manually filed. They're not electronically filed. So unfortunately for a lot of folks, especially in this day and age, we're so used to e-filing everything. 5500EZs are not e-filed. You do have the option though to do a 5500SF, which stands for short form, and you can electronically file that if you really are choosing the electronic filing. So the key for a lot of folks is make sure that you do have a potential for a filing requirement under 5500EZ if you've got a small one participant cash balance plan or solo 401k. Just keep that in mind and make sure you ask your third-party administrator if you need help filing those.